Hello, I hope you are having a fabulous day. And I wanted to do a video on intent. What does it mean when somebody says it's all in your intent? This specific phrase gets thrown around a lot, and nobody actually dives into intent and what it is. Intent is not intention, right? And so a good example that I use for this is most people will never intend to hurt somebody. It is not their intention to purposely hurt somebody, but your impact can actually hurt somebody, right? So that's like to give you an example between intention and intent, right? Intention is you don't intend to harm somebody. It's never your intention to actually hurt somebody. But the words you choose, the actions you choose, the impact of your choices, the impact of your words can hurt somebody, right? So that is intention. When somebody says it's all in your intent, it's way different, right? And so I'm going to dive into this. Intent is made up of different facets, of different components that come together. And all those components, when taken into account, builds your intent, right? So intent is focus, but it's more than just focus. So the first facet is faith. You have to have faith in yourself, faith in source, in God, in the universe, in the creator, the creatrix, the unfathomable one, great spirit, whatever higher power, whatever you want to call it, you have faith in yourself and you have faith in source. You have faith in the universe. You have faith in something outside yourself. Otherwise, why are you practicing intent, right? Intent is about manifesting. It is about achieving something. It is about bringing something into your life, right? And so that is the purpose of intent. So you have to have faith in yourself, faith in your abilities, faith in everything that you're doing, and faith in a higher power that it's going to help you to accomplish and achieve whatever it is you're trying to achieve and manifest. So the first thing is faith. It is key. If you don't have faith in yourself and in your abilities, you will never be able to use intent. You'll never be able to wield it. So you have to have faith. You have to have faith at your core that you know what you're doing. So that's the first thing. The next thing that you need is creativity. What is it that you're trying to create? This is like the creation stage. This is where you're like, okay, I want to have abundance in my life. Okay, what type of abundance? Well, I want to have, well-being, and I want to have health, and I want to have financial, and I want it this way. I want to live in the country on a farm with the white picket fence. Or like you create whatever it is that you're trying to manifest here, right? And so this is where you get to be fun and use your artistic abilities and create whatever it is you're trying to manifest, right? And so creativity is your time to play. It is the time to actually like get in there, right? Create all the little bits and pieces. Don't leave anything out, right? So once you've created whatever you want to create, you have to be receptive to source, to the universe, helping you to achieve whatever it is you're trying to achieve, right? If you're not receptive to asking for help, then it's not going to work, right? And so we as humans have a hard time being receptive to help, right? How many of us are, if I do it myself, I just can do it quicker. I don't have to explain it. And we just do things, right? And we're not receptive, like on a physical level, to asking for help. We're not receptive, right? And so in order for intent to work, you have to be receptive to source, to universe, to God, helping you to accomplish, right? And you have to feel it at your core, right? Intent is about focusing your core on what you want and desire and manifest. And so you have to be receptive. And the other thing that you have to be is silent, right? If you're constantly telling everybody what you're trying to manifest and what you're trying to achieve, then sometimes those people interfere with what you're trying to do. Sometimes it's done purposely, oftentimes it's not done purposely. For example, when I wanted to move, I didn't tell anybody. I didn't say anything to anybody. Nobody knew I was putting offers on places. Nobody knew I was looking at places. Nobody knew anything. And the reason I kept it that way is because I didn't want anybody to unintentionally or intentionally interfere with what I was trying to manifest, what I was trying to achieve. And so I didn't tell anybody until the offer was accepted, the paperwork was all done, and everything was in motion, because I knew that people would be happy and sad at the same time. Happy that I was finally moving forward and moving towards the goals and the dreams that I've always had, but sad that I was going to be multiple hours away and would hinder visits, right? And that's exactly the outcome that I had. I had people that were happy and sad. And so had I have told them ahead of time, that sadness could have prevented me manifesting what I wanted simply because I didn't stay silent, right? And so silent is so important in your intent, right? The next thing is alignment. You have to be aligned to what it is you're trying to actually bring forward, right? The law of alignment is key in almost everything, right? The law of attraction, the law of unification, the law of synchronicity, all of these different laws work with the law of alignment. If you're not aligned with what you're trying to manifest, then the universe, source, God cannot give it to you. There's still rules that we have to play and abide by within this world. For example, I cannot become a neurosurgeon, and I can put as much intent into becoming a neurosurgeon all I want. If I don't go to school and learn about the neurons in the brain and how to properly open my brain up so that I don't kill somebody, I'm never going to become a neurosurgeon because I'm not in alignment with that reality. I'm not in alignment with that career choice. I can't just put something on a vision board and say, this is what I want, and not be in alignment with it. And so alignment is, what is your vibration? What is your frequency? Who are the people in your life? And what are you actually aligned to? Can you achieve what it is you're trying to achieve, or no, you can't, right? And so understanding alignment is huge, right? If you want to change your alignment, then you have to change the inside. You have to change what's going on in your life in order to change the alignment, right? And so you have to kind of know, if I'm not in alignment with what I'm trying to get, I can't have it. It's simple as that, right? If you're trying to manifest a 10 in your life and you're only at a 2, the universe is like, you're not in alignment with this 10, right? You have to be in alignment with whatever it is, right? And so a lot of people really get confused over alignment. And the easiest way to understand it is, if you don't have the know-how, if you don't have the skills, if you don't have the ability to do it, you're not in alignment with it, right? I'm not in alignment with fixing my car. Why? Because I don't know how to take my engine apart. Now, do other people are mechanics, other people know how to take their car apart. They are in alignment with that reality. I am not in alignment with that reality, so I pay somebody who is in alignment with that reality to take my car apart, right? And so just to kind of give you an idea, like, you have to be in alignment with things. You can't be sitting on your couch trying to manifest $1 million house if you're not working, right? Like you have to be in alignment with your goals, with your dreams, with what you're trying to achieve. And so I'm not going to sugarcoat it there. If you're not in alignment, you're not going to get it, right? And so you have to be realistic. The other thing is detachment. So you have to be detached. You have to put your intent out there, and then you have to detach from it. If you're constantly in your head about, oh, I'm trying to manifest this new house. Oh, I'm trying to manifest this new house. And I want this, and I want this, and I want this. And you're constantly changing it and changing it and changing it. The universe doesn't know what you want because you're not being clear. You haven't detached from it. You're still in the creation stage, right? And so you have to detach from it. At one point, you have to just give it to the universe and expect that the universe is then going to work its magic and give you whatever it is you're in alignment with, right? So let's say you want to manifest a new house. So you have this house on your vision board, you've created it, you're silent, you have faith in yourself, faith in the universe, right? And so this house comes up. Well, maybe this house isn't exactly in the greatest neighborhood. Maybe it's not exactly where you want to go, but it's close enough, right? You wish it was in a better area, but this is all the universe can give you because maybe the people that you're associated with are more in this alignment, right? So the universe takes everything into account. The people in your life, the places that you go to, who is it that you communicate with on a regular basis? This is why it's so key to focus on people that are in alignment with where you want to go. If they're not in alignment and they're like drama and they're partying and they don't have any goals, and right, if this is the type of people that you're attracting, then the universe can only give you like communities that these people can actually go to. It's not going to give you a different community because those people aren't really welcomed in another community, right? They're not going to give you like a community with young kids and doctors and nurses and lawyers, and because doctors and nurses and lawyers don't want partiers and drama and stuff like that in their community. It's not in alignment with where they are. And this is why alignment is so key. It can prevent you from being able to go where you're going simply because you don't want to detach from people, right? And so detachment is key. You can't manifest something if you cannot detach from the people that are holding you back, right? And so not only do you got to detach from what you're trying to manifest, but you also have to detach from the things that are preventing you from being able to actually manifest. So another thing that you need to have is sensation. You have to be able to feel. You have to have emotion. You have to feel with every fiber of your being that you already have whatever it is you're trying to manifest, whatever it is you're trying to use intent to bring into your life, right? You have to feel it. You have to have it in every aspect of your body, right? And then the last component that you need to have is prudence. You have to be prudent. You have to weigh all of the things. You have to look at cause and effect. You have to look at, for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. What are the pros and cons of me actually manifesting what I'm trying to manifest? Is what, like, and you have to look at it. It's kind of like playing chess. You have to be like 3 or 4 steps ahead. You have to actually know what is every possible outcome, right? Like a lot of times when people say, oh, it's all in your intent, they're not considering the cause and effect. They're not considering for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. They're not considering the pros and cons of the things, right? This is where you get those things where people will say, oh, you know, they did a spell to get more financial abundance in their life, and good old Betsy passed away, and you know, they inherited some money from her estate, or you know, she wanted a new car. She didn't specify how she wanted that new car, and so she got in a car accident. So her car was written off, but she got a new car, but now she's in debt because she didn't have enough money and now she had to finance a car, right? And so intent, you have to be focused in your intent. You have to have faith. You have to be creative. You have to be silent. You have to be prudent. You have to have weighed all of the things and know exactly what it is you're asking for. You have to be clear. You have to be concise. You have to be determined. You have to be dedicated, right? And so intent is not intention, right? Intent is all of these different facets all together, working together, and that is what makes up intent, right? And wielding intent is way different than intention. So I wanted to do a video because this saying, it's all in your intent, gets thrown around so much, and nobody actually takes the time to break down what is intent? How do I wield it? What exactly am I doing with it? And how do I use it to my advantage? But also, how do I prevent it from having consequences, right? And that's where you have to have all of these different components. As long as you have faith and you're creative and you're prudent and you're silent and you're detached and you're aligned, then intent works fine. It's when you're not in alignment. It's when you're not feeling and you're not getting the sensations that things blow up. So I hope that this has provided some clarity. As always, if you got questions, if you want to talk about it, I encourage you to reach out. And otherwise, I hope you are having the very best of days.